Hey Scorpio, how are you? It's me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. You have kind of an intense message today, Scorpio. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a few songs in the Shufflemancy that came up for you that feel very poignant. And the last song that just came on for you was The Hanging Tree by the Hunger Games, which was actually a reading that I did for you like 3 months ago, October 10th. I just pulled up the video because it came on and I got goosebumps all over my body, and then I got really hot and I started to sweat. So like it feels like there's like a real like big decision or a big cycle change that you're like right on the precipice of, Scorpio, that you might be like feeling very drawn to, but you're also feeling like very nervous about it. It's like I feel like really nervous all of a sudden, and like this is my house, like this is like my channel, and it's like it's like a woosah kind of feeling. I'm gonna use the Dreams of Gaia tarot for you today, which again is like a look this card I just pulled up. It's an intense deck, but I think it matches your energy very well. I also wanted to shout out J Bane Art from the UK for graciously donating the thumbnails for us for the videos this week. Thank you, Jay. His information will be pinned as the top comment on this video. So let's just pray and we'll get into it, Scorpio. Father God, I just want to take a moment and honor you for these messages that you're bringing forward today for the Scorpios. I ask that you give me wisdom, clarity, and discernment to deliver them accurately in their highest of love, light, alignment, and assignment. We praise you, we love you, we honor you always to the utmost high. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, Scorpio. So now I'm getting cold. Okay, so I feel like I want to do your second card first. You're coming out as this King of Earth, Scorpio. It's so bright. I don't even know if you can see it properly. Do I have to move this? Maybe. I don't know. Ah, perfect. King of Earth. This is you, Scorp, right in the natural world. And what stuck out to me so much is that there's this deer, right? It's almost like on like a mantle, like when hunters go and they like shoot a deer and then they like display it on the wall. But then here's your head. It feels as though you're on a wall, like somehow you've been hunted, you've been tagged, and you've been just like put up on the wall like an ornament, right? It's like it's this energy of feeling a little bit trapped in your environment, in the system, that it's like you've been tased and tagged, and now it's like you're just on display for like other people to just come and go, and they just look at and go, oh, there's Scorpio, nice kill. That's how it feels. And it's like you have these horns coming out of your head with these little acorns dripping off the sides of them, right? And they say that there's like a whole forest inside like one little acorn, right? It's like your potential. It's like your potential is just like dangling off your horns, like ornamental. It's like you're being strung up like an ornament in some aspect of your life, in some place. Maybe it's where you work, with your potential just like dangling off the sides, just like as in like an accoutrement, just like it's just there, it's just for decoration, all of your potential, this forest of possibility that you have. And it's like right here by your third eye, it's like there's this big ruby. Again, it's almost like your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities, your ability to see what other people can't see. It's like it's been like stopped. It's like the world, the environment that you've been in has put like a cover over it, right? It's like that should be your third eye, but it's just like a piece of jewelry. Again, it's like it's almost like offensive. Honestly, like if you're like a very intuitive person, if you are like very much in touch with your skills and abilities, whatever situation that you're in, it's like trying to like put a cap on it. It's like, no, don't say that. No, don't do that. Don't tell people that you have that ability, that like you have the ability to see and hear what other people cannot. It's like, as someone who does what I do, who is who I am, it's like offensive to me. It's almost offensive. It's like, don't let people know that you're psychic. Don't let people know that you're intuitive. What are you talking about your potential? Just hang it up. It's almost like a decoration on a Christmas tree. It's like so fascinating to me that you've been tagged and tased and just like put up on the wall like an ornament, right? Just to like sit there, just to be stared at forever like a project. It's so interesting. And then we have this perception card coming out right before it. And I want to call this like a dark angel. I've like never wanted to use those two words together in a sentence in my entire life, but it feels like this dark angel trying to bring in this perception of you, like to realize that it's like you've become like in some aspect like a cog in the wheel, that it's like all of this potential, all of your gifts and your abilities, like they've been like covered up, and like now you're just like a part of the system. And this angel wants to come in with this big sword, and almost like I see it almost her like sticking it underneath like your head, like your mantle, and trying to like break you off the wall, trying to like break you off of the wall in whatever place that you are. It's so interesting. And it's almost like, Scorpio, can't you see? It's like, can't you see what they're doing to you? Like, can't you see like what they're trying to make you be, what they're trying to make you do, right? It's like even your hair, it's like, it's almost become like stone, right? And our hair is like an extension of our energy, right? It's become like stone. It's become like stuck to the wall. Like energetically, it's like you can't grow anymore in this environment, right? It's like you're actually becoming the wall. It's like becoming a piece of stone, like unable to have like life and movement, right? It's like so crazy. But it's like there are these leaves coming off of you right here, which is like, despite everything that's happening, it's like there is growth. Like you are still growing, like despite this situation, but it's almost like it's coming in on you. And I feel like this dark angel is like trying to come in and release you, break you off of this wall, off of this mantle, like before like you entirely turn to stone. It's like a little bit of like almost like a Medusa energy that's like coming over you. It's so interesting. And I was looking at the symbolism behind horns, because I didn't know it. And it says that horns are an animal's weapon. So it follows that as a symbol, they function as representing strength and aggressiveness, right? So there is this aspect that, again, it's like this tased, this tranquilized energy, like whatever environment or whatever way this plays out for you, it's like your primal instincts to like say what you want to say and like kind of make your own rules and like do what you feel guided to do is like, again, it's like tased. It's almost like pulling out like your nature, like your true nature. Horns represent salvation and immortality. You know, it's like the eternal soul, as well as the extreme durability, notions of protection and asylum. Okay, right? It's like this idea that like your gifts, your abilities, your potential, like that is like, that's your asylum. Like that's your like ticket out. It's like your ticket to the other side. It also means the beginning to Egyptians and Jung. And Carl Jung is someone who has he's like all about the symbolism of animals and horns, and it's like there's symbolism in everything for Jung, which is why like I personally like really enjoy his work. But again, there's like something about like you've become like a symbol that is not true to your nature in whatever aspect that this plays out for you, whether it's work, whether it's terms of your relationship, whether how you are displaying yourself like out in the world, or how you've been like displayed almost like a poster child for something, right? But this dark angel wants to come in and like crack you off the wall, like break you free before like this mechanism like gets so far into your spirit that it's like you can't break free. And then there's the song that had first come on the Shufflemancy for you was Elastic Heart by Sia. And they really wanted me to read some of these lyrics to you. And now we stay up through the night. Let's be clear, won't close my eyes. And I know that I can survive. I walked too far to save my life. And I want it. I want my life so bad. I'm doing everything I can. Another one bites the dust, but it's hard to lose the chosen one. Right? Again, it's like this growth that's still coming off of you, despite how whatever situation it is trying to solidify you, like trap you inside of it. And then you have this hero card coming out, which again is like almost like this dark angel of perception coming in and making you realize like, Scorpio, like you are not to be tagged, tased, put up on a mantle. Like you are the hero in your own story. Can't you see? Can't you see who you are? And in that, you get broken free. She breaks you off of this. And instead of being stuck on a mantle, it's almost like you're on this big coin. It's almost like a crest. That's the word. Thank you. It's like a crest. Maybe it's like symbolic of like a crest of a wave, like you coming over the top of it, like into a new cycle. But it's almost like you get to become this crest, and instead of this like cap that they're trying to put on your intuition, instead it's allowed to like glow with all of these colors, with these peacock feathers coming out the top, meaning that you're moving into a phase where your intuition, your gifts, your abilities, they're becoming like a point of pride for you. It's not something that you have to like keep hush hush about, or that you want to keep hush hush about, right? It's something that brings you pride. You're like, this is who I am, like, hear me roar, kind of thing. And instead of like these little acorns of potential just dangling off of your horns, which by the way have little caps on them too. Remember, it's like that being tranquilized sort of energy. Now it's like your horns are allowed to just be, and instead of these little acorns of potential, like not allowed to like bust out and grow and bloom into your new season, right? Just like totally ornamental. It's like now it's like these crystal knives. It's like these energetic knives, the ability to energetically like defend yourself and like set up barriers and chisel new ideas, chisel new thought forms, chisel downloads, and being able to perceive things in a different way with these bear claws, right out here. Again, it's like coming back. That might be your animal totem. It's like a bear. It's like coming back into like your natural primal state. And then I love that you move into this card after realizing that it's like you are the hero of your own story. And it's like this moment, again, it's like all about perception, like how you're perceiving yourself and your life, and like what you actually can do with it. And it's like now coming into this place of like seeing yourself for who you really are in this mirror with like such love and such compassion and such adoration. And on this mirror, it's like these two faces, right? It's very like Geminian energy. Which one I think is really talking about you kind of realizing that you had two faces before, right? Not in the sense that you're like a shifty kind of person, but in the sense that there was like the Scorpio that like the world got to see, your coworkers, your friends, whatever, and then there was like you, like your true face that like you only got to show when like you were at home, or only with like your closest of kin, or only in like safe places, right? Realizing that with that Geminian energy also representing love. It's the Lover's card. It's the love for self, the love to love yourself so much, to allow yourself to break into the unknown, move over the crest, and expand, however organically or primally like you need to, right? It's so gorgeous. This beautiful, and again, it's like it's very watery. It's like this unconscious realm. It's like seeing yourself like with your pure energetic blueprint, without all of the ornaments, right? People treating you like you're like a Christmas decoration. It's so beautiful. It's absolutely so beautiful. And then you fall into this faith card, which I absolutely love. And this is all coming from a place of faith, of believing in yourself and believing in a higher order, right? In a higher destiny for yourself. And you're on this big tortoise. And tortoises move very slow, knowing that, you know, it's not a sprint. Like the journey of this human experience, you know, it's a marathon. It's not a race. And, you know, tortoises, they also talk about longevity, that it's not just about like how you feel today or what you do today. It's about how you feel, how you live the rest of your life, what you accomplish, what you're able to experience, how you're able to expand and interact with other people, and like this kind of chain link collective experience that we all go through. And then there's this pelican over here, which is so interesting to me. And pelicans are really symbolic of like self-sacrifice and like servitude, right? For like the greater good, particularly like for their young, which is funny, now they're bringing me back to Carl Jung. But you know, for like the next generations, like what we all leave behind, right? And I mentioned this in another video about how, you know, the awakening process, it's waking up, because when we're born, it's like we're born as like fully functional spiritual beings, but as we go through the world, it kind of lays on top of us and it makes us like sleepy, right? It's like a gravity blanket, like the gravity of this world, and it makes us tired, right? And cozy. And then we have to then go through the process of ascending, of waking up. And some people don't do it so well. Some people like really fight the process. They just want to go back to sleep. But in the future I forget which sign I was talking about this in, but in the future generations, because of what we are all doing now, because of the grand awakening, the grand conjunction, all of this stuff, right? The future generations, they're not going to have like amnesia process where then they have to like rub their eyes and wake up to like the magic that's in the world. They're not going to have that. And I think that it's almost like sacrificing certain things in your life now, almost for like the greater good. There's like a greater good sort of energy that's coming in here, and like having faith. And I love it's like the sun, almost like, because you know it's a feminine image on this card, but as I hold it up, it just becomes like an outline of a person, which I think is so perfect, because like male or female, like who gives a shit, right? It's just like this pure energetic being with just like your wings and all of these like natural faculties and abilities that you have. It's so gorgeous. It's absolutely so gorgeous. And then you had another Sia song, and it's very rare that an artist comes up back to back on the shufflemancy. And you had this Birds Set Free song, and they really want me to read the lyrics to this as well. Clipped wings, I was a broken thing. Had a voice, but I could not sing. You would wind me down, I struggled on the ground, oh. So lost, the line had been crossed. Had a voice, but I could not talk. You held me down, I struggled to fly now. But there's a scream inside that we all try to hide. We hold on so tight, but we cannot deny. Eats us alive, oh, it eats us alive. Yes, there's a scream inside that we all try to hide. We hold on so tight, but I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. I don't care if I sing off key. I find myself in my melodies. I sing for love. I sing for me. I shout it out like a bird set free. And that's kind of what's happening for you. And it's really gorgeous. It's like so intense, and it's like a little bit scary because it's a big break away from everything that you know. But it's like the only thing that feels right, if that makes sense. It's like to not go into the unknown is a scarier concept for you right now, Scorpio, than to sit in what you do know and still feel that feeling of unfulfilled, not being satisfied, not reaching your potential. And then you just have these two little cards at the end. I'm sorry, you're not little. They just yelled at me. The Queen of Water and the Journey. This is like either an aspect of your higher self, or it's like a new guide, a new angel that's coming in for you. Like as you kind of round up this process, I think also bringing you in like added strength and faith and resiliency to kind of help you along like this new leg of your journey. And the last card that you had was the Journey card, which is beautiful because as this new guide, this new angel kind of steps forward after this like sort of dark angel comes in and does her work, you have these realizations. She steps forward to help you in this new phase, this new adventure that you're going on, right? And I love it because in this card, it's like now instead of being an ornament on the wall for someone else, it's like you get to live in your pure like net neutrality, in your duality, right? With one foot like on the ground in the real world, right? But then you also get to keep the other foot firmly placed like in the night, in the unknown, in the unseen, not having to choose anymore. You get to be both. You get to be all of what you are, the sum of yourself, not just parts of it. So, Scorpio, I told you, and then that Hanging Tree song came on the shufflemancy, and then I got goosebumps, and I was like, oh my God, I'm cold. Oh my God, I'm hot. I'm like having I'm like pre-menopausal symptoms over here, Scorpio, doing your reading. But yeah, this is what I have for you, Scorp. Pretty intense, but really beautiful at the same time. So this is your reading. I'm gonna take this over on the Patreon. I'm gonna keep pulling some cards and see what else I can get out of here for you, what else I can channel for you as well and download in. So if you're coming over there, I'll see you on the Patreon in just a moment. If I leave you here, then I love you very, very much. Thank you for being here with me, for liking and sharing and subscribing. All my information's in the description box. So my email for personals, the link to the Patreon, the decks that I use, social media, all that fun stuff. Thank you again, Jay, for the artwork, for the thumbnails. He will be pinned in the top comment. And until I see you next time, Scorpio, stay prayed up, stay blessed, stay brave. You got this.